You're on.
Hello, I'm Savestate. I'm going to be showing off the Ocarina of Time Super Smash Bros. Brawl Masterpiece Demo any percent run. So for a little bit of context, for those of you who don't know, Super Smash Bros. Brawl has this selection of demos to give a little bit of backstory to some of their fighters and to show what's available in the Wii Virtual Console in the eShop. And so, as you probably guessed, one of these demos is Ocarina of Time. And there's actually two save files on here. One is a child file with the intro cutscene cleared, and another is an adult file with progression all the way up to hookshot. And you might be thinking maybe the child file is enough for the regular 80% route since there's no intro cutscene, but we need a specific file name, which means we'd have to make a new file and watch the intro. However, the adult file has just enough stuff on it for us to actually beat the game with a couple of SRMs. And so SRM is a glitch found in 2019. It means stale reference manipulation. We're going to be using two different applications of it in this run. One of them is draw pointer SRM, and the other is grotto SRM. So for draw pointer SRM, we're going to be modifying the draw function of an actor, which is what an actor uses to draw itself. For example, Link has one that makes him look like Link. These redeads have draw functions that make them look like redeads. And if you modify that draw function pointer to point to fish code in particular, it ends up actually writing to memory, depending on where it was loaded. And so what we're going to do is we're going to load the fish in a spot that ends up making it point to... Oh, I did that a little bit wrong. We're going to end up loading fish code into a spot in memory that ends up making it point to the current cutscene value. And if we write to the current cutscene value, the game will try to play the last played cutscene, which for us is going to be the title screen. And if you try to play the title screen cutscene in a place that isn't Hyrule Field, it ends up putting Link way out of bounds. And so if you void while a cutscene is playing, which is what happens at the time, you'll end up getting a wrong warp based off of what your current entrance is. And so here in the Lost Woods, there's a bunch of different entrances. For example, the one from Kokiri Forest, Goron City, Zora's River. However, whenever you combine all of them with current cutscene wrong warp, none of them end up pointing to a place where we can do a credits warp. There is one, however, for an unused entrance, and that's where the Grotto SRM ends up coming into place. We're going to be using Grotto SRM to warp to that unused entrance so we can perform the draw pointer function SRM, so we can use that current cutscene wrong warp. So we're going to start off by getting this fish here, because like I said, we need to use that fish code. And whenever we get this fish, we need to load it into memory in a specific spot. There's a place in Goron City which we can actually put it, but that first requires us to do heat manipulation. And heat manipulation is whenever we load things in memory in a particular order, depending on what is loaded and how it's loaded into memory. So if we load stuff between between rooms in a particular way. Oh shoot! Let me do that again. Let me get closer to this right here. So if we load actors between room transitions and go across those room transitions, we will end up allowing the memory to shuffle in a way that will let us... Oh dang, I messed up. I'm gonna have to restart there. Fortunately, I gave myself a 15-minute estimate for mistakes like that. But what I was saying was heat manipulation is whenever you load actors between loading transitions, so that whenever you're ready to load the thing we need to in memory, which for us is going to be that fish, it loads in the spot in memory that we need it to, which is going to be in the spot that allows us to modify the current cutscene. So we're just going to have to speed through the intro again here. Actually, I think I forgot to pause in Temple of Time to do my equips, and there's only actually a couple places you can pause in this run that doesn't overwrite the title screen cutscene, which we end up using as part of that current cutscene wrong warp. We know for a fact that if you pause here in Temple of Time, the current the title screen cutscene does not get overwritten. And whenever we activate the current cutscene using draw function pointer SRM later on, we need to use that intro cutscene for our advantage, because what will happen is the game will put us very far out of bounds, because it will try to play the title screen cutscene in a place that isn't Hyrule Field. And the coordinates just don't really line up with any other maps if you're not on Hyrule Field. So here we go again. Going off to the fish so we can collect it and drop it in Goron City, so we can do our current cutscene wrong warp later on. Ah, dang, did that a little bit too close. There we go. And the other, okay, so I was saying earlier, the unused entrance in Lost Woods that we're going to be using, or I was saying earlier, there's entrances in the Lost Woods that can be used, cannot be used. All of that. Sorry, I'm having a hard time speaking right now. A little nervous. But so there's a bunch of different entrances here in Lost Woods that we, if you try to use them for a wrong warp, none of them end up lining up with a credits warp, which is what we're going to be doing. However, there is an unused entrance in the game that we're going to be using Grotto SRM to go to do that warp. But first we have to get our fish code loaded in memory here. Doing another heat manip. There we go. And so if I drop those bombs and charge my sword across the loading plane, now when I drop this fish, it loads into memory in the specific spot that whenever we try to use it later, it writes to the current cutscene. Our fish is in memory, and now it's time to go do Grotto SRM to go to that unused entrance, so we can do our current cutscene SRM. Dropping a bomb before we go into that room transition, dropping another here, part of the heat manip for this Grotto SRM setup. Doing a super slide off the bush, we now have a stale reference to that bush, and whenever we load this room, we're now modifying the grotto data. By getting a specific angle and position setup, we have now made the grotto point to that unused Lost Woods entrance. And now we're going to do another heat manipulation here. Pull in the hook shot as I cross between these loading rooms. And now the heat manipulation is done. Going to do one more super slide, so I can SRM. And now I'm going to get an angle to point to that fish code in memory. You'll see. Oh no, what? Really, did I miss the angle? That is so sad. Alright, I think I've got time for one more attempt here. Unfortunately, we have to go all the way through the menu, but that was the very end of the run right there. And whenever we looked at the bush, we were going to see that it was invisible. And whenever we picked it up, we were going to end up writing the current cutscene value and do that wrong warp. But unfortunately, I think I had the wrong angle there or something. Normally it's pretty consistent, but I maybe had some nerves right there at the end, and I messed up the angle setup. This time around, I'm just going to try to speedrun it. Not as much commentary. So if you have donations, feel free to read them. Otherwise, enjoy the show.
We sadly do not have any donations on deck right now. I read all of them before we started, but hey, that gives me a moment to actually say again and talk about why we're here for this event.
Yes, please.
So we're here. We're here to donate and get the donations for the Pancorn Network, which is an organization devoted to fight pancreatic cancer, to improve knowledge about pancreatic cancer, to improve treatment of pancreatic cancer, and to bring the entire thing forward. Oh, wait.
Oh, I think I might be doubling your audio.
Oh, okay.
Let me fix that. Okay, you should be good now.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. It will be fixed any second. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, it should be fixed now. Okay, yeah, it's fixed now. Good. Sorry about that. We are on a small delay, so it's a little iffy. So now it's fixed. And, well, why we're here to gather donations for Pancorn Network, which is an organization gathering funds to create a network to increase knowledge about pancreatic cancer, to improve treatment of pancreatic cancer, and to bring together scientists and medical field workers to work on the field of pancreatic cancer, which is a cancer we do not know enough about, which many famous people fell to, also parts of my family fell to, so this is a cause very close to my heart as well, and I'm so grateful for the $6,000 that we already generated. Thank you all so much. If you want to donate, this is your chance. We have still a few open bids and incentives, and also make sure to check out our prize page on the prizes.ZeldaSpeedRuns.com. There's some really cool prizes you can win, including our grand prize, which is the new Nintendo Switch OLED that one lucky winner will get, but also other cool assets, apparel, and Zelda swag for you. Also a Philips CDI, which is rare and in good condition. So if you want to have something, this is your chance to donate. Thank you all so much, and back to you, Savestate.
Thank you. Alright, grabbing our fish. Our good buddy fish with all the code that he can muster up for us. Very thankful for him. Alright, let me re-enable my... I might not be able to re-enable my desktop audio, actually. Not enough time. Let me try, though. Oh, shoot. Trying to do too many things at once. I had to disable my desktop audio so I can't hear the game right now to stop the doubling. Let's see. I might have a second here, though, to do it. And I need to count the beats in the Lost Woods for a super slide setup later. Heat manipulation done. Dropping our fish. There we go. Alright. Audio might be muted, but I can fix that. There we go. Okay, y'all should have audio again. Time for the Grotto SRM, so we can go to that unused Lost Woods entrance. No! Oh, that's so sad. I don't know if I have enough time for this now, but I can try. The demo is only 5 minutes, so you're working on it against the timer. It's a really interesting aspect of this speedrun. Alright, we're gonna be working at the speed light here. There's our invisible bush. Do we have enough time? Pick up the bush, change the rotation. Oh, not enough time, but I think that's enough. At that point, there's no more inputs in the game. We weren't able to officially beat it, but that was the title screen cutscene that was playing there. Link would have voided out, and then after the void out, the credits would have played. So we pretty much got there to the end. We got there all the way to the end, input related wise, but couldn't show the whole thing. I think that's fine though. And hope y'all enjoyed it. There's a lot that went on there. It's a very dense run with a lot of pieces. So even though I tried to explain as much as I could, there's just still so much to explain in such a short amount of time. And I hope it was at least interesting to watch. But that's it for me. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
All right. We will count that. It's fine. I think we should count that. The final time of 14:59. I hope there's no issue. All right. Yeah, we will count that. It's fine.
Thank you so much.
I think we should
this was
count
under
that.
pressure.
And at
final
early
time of 14:59.
That was an amazing showcase, though. So I hope you're still okay. With what
Yeah,
you showed
I'm
off.
fine. I'm fine.
That was lots of fun. Thank you so much for showing off this really special thing. I enjoyed it a lot. We have the echo again, by the way. So
Yeah, I turned it off.
all right, cool.
So
All right, so thank you all for watching this. We're gonna be back in just a few minutes with Zelda's Adventure and Duggernaut. You all don't want to miss that. Thank you so much, Savestate, and see you very soon.
see y'all.